This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. First this evening, a 6-month moratorium on medical marijuana dispensaries is now in effect for the city of Bradenton. The city council approved the moratorium earlier today, one day after Manatee County did the same for unincorporated parts of the county. ABC7's Rick Adams is joining us with more. Rick.
Yeah, Haley, Bradenton officials say this is the best thing to do with something so new. It's an issue that's certainly affecting a lot of folks. 6-month moratoriums on medical marijuana dispensaries are now in effect in Bradenton and in unincorporated parts of Manatee County. Kathy and Robert Jordan of Parrish say they've been pushing for the legalization of medical marijuana in Florida for more than 20 years. Now that voters approved it last month with 71% of the vote, they feel people shouldn't have to wait any longer because they've waited long enough.
Think if you knew somebody that's really sick and in pain today, okay, with cancer, okay? And you're going to go up and say, well, I'll give you some medicine, but I'm going to wait 6 months. Where's the compassion in that?
Kathy Jordan was diagnosed with ALS back in 1986. She was told she would only have a few years to live. She and her husband say because of medical marijuana, she's still around 30 years later. And it's something they believe will help a lot of folks on the Sun Coast and throughout Florida.
When she has it, she's better. And when she doesn't have it, she's sick. That's all I need to know, and it's medicine for her that's been keeping her alive and giving her a quality life she wouldn't have without it.
The Bradenton City Council voted unanimously in favor of this moratorium on Wednesday. The city's mayor, Wayne Poston, and other council members say this 180-day time period will help them sort things out when it comes to medical marijuana dispensaries.
We want to know what the rules are, what we implement, how we police it, how we zone it. Give us the time to do that.
And officials do tell us the city of Bradenton will hold workshops on medical marijuana in the coming weeks. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. Longboat Key Fire and Emergency Management want to take patient care to the next level. The department hopes to take a more proactive approach instead of just responding to 911 calls. The proposed care program is for Longboat Key residents released from Sarasota Memorial Hospital. Those people can voluntarily participate to get free weekly welfare checks, courtesy of the fire department.
For the patient, I think it gives them an element of safety and security to know that somebody's looking out for them, especially if they're home alone.
Fire officials say they hope the CARE program will decrease the number of non-life-threatening EMS calls. And starting in January, an ordinance banning the sale of commercially bred animals goes into effect. And now the owner of Petland is suing Sarasota County in a final effort to save his business. Earlier this year, county commissioners voted 3-2 in favor of the ordinance, following nearly 8 hours of public comment on the issue. Those in favor of the change say many of the animals sold in stores such as Petland often come from substandard breeders and puppy mills. But Petland's owner says this ban is based on emotion, not reality.
There is a small group of people with a very loud voice. They defame us. They'll say anything that they feel like they should be able to say to make us look like we have bad business practices, and it's just not the truth.
The issue stems from the puppy mills up north that are shipping puppies into the state. This was a measure to help put an end to the puppy mills.
The so-called puppy mill ordinance goes into effect on January 27th. Petland's lawyer is hoping a judge will issue a temporary injunction against the rule. Tonight on ABC7, we brought you more on this legal battle. You can see that roundtable discussion on our website, mysuncoast.com. Sarasota County is preparing for a 2-month project on the island of Venice. The county is resurfacing multiple roadways starting January 3rd. Some of those locations: Beach Road, Sunset Drive, Bayshore Circle, and Shore Road. Once the resurfacing is complete and the work is accepted by the city of Venice, the roadways will be transferred to city ownership and control. And now for a check on our forecast and an update on all this fog we've been having, let's head over to Bob.
Yeah, a little different tonight, Haley. We have this cold front that's coming down, so not as much fog. It's getting a later start. Visibility was down to about a mile at Venice Airport just a half hour ago, so it will change, and I think we'll get a little bit more so, say, after 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But right now, temperature at 69, dew point is at 67. The reason why we're not seeing the widespread fog is because the winds are still I know they're not all that strong, but 7 miles an hour creates enough mixing in the atmosphere to not allow that fog to form. If this were to go calm, we would certainly see a lot more fog forming. Now, as I mentioned, the visibility was down to about 1.25 miles here just about an hour ago. In Venice, it's back up now to 9 miles. Now, there are some advisories in effect for mainly mariners tomorrow. There is a dense fog advisory in effect for all the waterways along the eastern portion of the Gulf of Mexico, all the way down into Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte. So we still have the potential for some sea fog to work in. The front itself is still now making its way right through north central Florida, and that front being so close is what's inhibiting the fog at this point. Well, much more on this cold front and what it means for our temperatures coming up in just a few minutes. Haley.
Thank you, Bob. The Sarasota Police Department has cleared the scene following a shooting this afternoon. It happened in the 2000 block of 28th Street. Officers believe a man was shot in what appears to be a drive-by shooting. No details on the extent of his injuries, but he was taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital for treatment. Sarasota PD says the shooting remains under investigation. It was a busy day for Sarasota PD. It's not every day that police officers come face to face with a gator, but today was one of those days. I mean, it is Florida after all. One Sarasota police officer captured a gator this afternoon in the Tallywood community near 12th Street and Beneva Road. Great work. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, what led to a mistrial in the case of a newlywed woman accused of hiring a hitman to kill her husband, and how the show Cops was involved. Plus, sign-ups are rolling in for Obamacare, even though its future may be in jeopardy.
I love big bling for little ching. That's why I only wear Spectralite diamonds from Created Gems, or I wear nothing at all.
I'm Alan Cohn. Offshore drilling under Trump. The president-elect has signaled his support for more energy independence. How could it impact our coastline?
Tomorrow on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. National brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing. Handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
And so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman sing. How nice a day.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbybthebay.org.
Don't hate me because I'm blingable. Get your bling on with affordable Spectralite diamonds exclusively at Created Gems in Gold and Silver, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Well, I'm happy to see the fog is not what it was the last few nights.
Yeah, that's good because we drive here late.
We do. We drive home pretty late.
It can be a little bit difficult, especially on the interstate system. But not a problem right now. Just a little bit coming and going, mainly for boaters out there. Not many boaters right now. I want to show you the Van Wezel webcam. This is, again, time lapse. This is from this morning, 7 o'clock. It was down to 0 visibility at times. Then went away. Then it came back at times. Similar conditions all across Manatee County, too, mainly along the coastline. And that made for a beautiful sunset tonight. This cold front is what's kind of disrupting the fog formation. Last night, that front was well to the north, and so the winds were calm at this hour. Now we got a little bit of a southwest to southwest wind. A lot of times these fronts come down during this time of year. We do get the sea fog that works its way just near the coast as a result of the warm, moist air riding over the relatively cooler waters of the Gulf of Mexico before the arrival of the front. Now, there are some showers just to the northwest of Pinellas County and into Pasco County, so we may see an isolated shower here right around sunrise, but there shouldn't be all that much accumulation. I see a spotty shower just south of Jacksonville right now, and as far as our current conditions go, we have a mostly fair sky. 69 degrees, the dew point pretty close, and winds are out of the south-southwest at 7. The pressure 30.08 inches. It has been high. It's holding steady, but we'll get bumped out of here a little bit. The high today was 77. Above average is 73 is our normal high temperature, and 90, the record is set back in 1971. This morning's low was at 63 degrees. And zip on the rainfall. We don't anticipate any significant rain. As I mentioned, a brief shower, not out of the question. The rain chance at about 10% throughout the day on Thursday. 61 degrees now in Jacksonville. It's 64 in Orlando, 67 in Miami. And temperatures, these are dew point temperatures. Those dew point temperatures will come down by this time tomorrow night. So the fog event that we've had over the past several nights will be gone. Temperature 69 in Sarasota, 68 degrees in Venice, 66 in Arcadia, and Wauchula at 65. Cortez right there on the water at 71 degrees. Forecast looks good tomorrow. A little bit of fog, but temperatures will still be a couple degrees above average in the mid-70s to upper 70s inland. If you're right on the beach, right around 74, 75 degrees. This particular forecast model is depicting maybe a little bit more fog developing near the coast, especially after 1, 2 o'clock in the morning in advance of the front. And then it just gets wiped out of here as that cooler and drier air starts to move in behind the front, beginning as early as, say, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And we'll look for sunshine in the afternoon. And temperatures still not all that cold. That cold Arctic air mass will stay well to our north, so will not be a big factor for us at all as it moves on through. You can see that line of showers extends out into the Gulf of Mexico, but it is spotty at best. And behind it, some slightly drier air will settle in. And the Arctic air mass that continues to hold a grip on much of the upper Mississippi Valley and the northern plain states and throughout the Great Lakes now is continuing to push to the east. And look at the lake effect snows occurring as a result of that extreme cold air moving over the Great Lakes down. Temperatures, -5. These are actual temperatures. -5 at Minot. Minneapolis, it's -1 there. And Cleveland at 19 degrees. Yes, it's a little early to see these kind of temperatures. So far, we're not even into winter yet. And it feels like -14 in Chicago. Minneapolis, a 22-degree wind chill factor there. 14 in Kansas City and St. Louis at 11. Well, for us, we're going to see a cold front move through, but nothing like that. Just some slightly drier air really settling in. And then we'll be back into the 80s as early as Saturday and Sunday. Highs will be in the low 80s on both of those days. For boaters tomorrow, it will be a bit breezy, maybe some fog in the morning burning off. That fog advisory is in effect until about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Water temperature now at 70. Tides upcoming, high tide at 11:41 and a low tide at 8:18 tomorrow. Tonight, a dense fog advisory for coastal areas, visibility very low, and 65 for your low. And then for tomorrow, expect maybe a little fog in the morning, but generally partly cloudy skies. Highs will be into the mid to upper 70s, and the extended forecast is calling for a slight chance for a shower. That doesn't happen until Sunday, though, and that's only at 20%. A little bit better chance, but not much on Monday. Haley?
Already, I'm positive, like 5,000% sure.
Prosecutors say they will put a woman on trial again for allegedly trying to hire a hitman to kill her newlywed husband. Today, a Florida judge declared a mistrial in the murder-for-hire case of Dalia DiPolita. After 9 hours of deliberations, a jury in West Palm Beach came back split. The state attorney is once again trying to prove DiPolito hired an undercover officer posing as a hitman in 2009 to kill her husband.
The reality is She attempted to hire people to kill me before.
The 34-year-old is preparing to be tried for a third time. DiPolito's case became famous after it was shown on the TV show Cops. Closing arguments are scheduled for tomorrow in the trial of Dylan Roof. He's charged with hate crimes in the murder of 9 parishioners inside of a black church in Charleston, South Carolina. ABC's Lauren Lister reports.
But there's so many people dead, I think. Oh my God.
Chilling 911 calls revealed in a Charleston courtroom, describing the horror shortly after Dylan Roof allegedly opened fire on a Bible study after entering the historic church, killing 9 worshipers.
Did you see him at all? Yes, he's a young 21-year-old white dude. He's got it in his hand. He's reloading.
How many shots has he fired?
I don't know. There's so many. God, please.
Polly Shepard made those 911 calls, telling jurors that Roof spared her life so she could tell the story. Roof laughed it off in this FBI confession.
Do you remember telling that lady, I'm going to let you live so you can tell my story?
Yeah, I don't remember saying that.
Roof also telling FBI interrogators he was determined to kill black people.
I thought about going to like a black festival or something like that, but they got security and stuff and you got to wait for the date. You know, you can't do it whenever you're ready.
Do you have any remorse?
Oh, I think it's too soon.
Prosecutors say Roof planned the attack for months, even scouting several other black churches and target practicing in his own backyard, using the same .45 caliber Glock he's accused of using at the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church. The brother of one of the victims, Cynthia Graham, heard reflecting on the trial.
Over the last week and a half, we saw what racism looks like.
Lauren Lister, ABC News, Los Angeles.
In other news, Yahoo disclosed a new security breach today that may have affected more than 1 billion accounts. The breach dates back to 2013 and is thought to be separate from a massive cybersecurity incident announced in September. That data may have included names, email addresses, and passwords, but not financial information. The company is notifying users who may be affected and has begun requiring users to change their passwords. In an email, Yahoo said, "We have taken steps to secure your account and are working closely with law enforcement." Millions of people are signing up for Obamacare for next year, despite President-elect Trump's vow to repeal it as soon as he takes office next month. The Department of Health and Human Services says just over 4 million people have selected policies for 2017 as of Saturday. The surge in signups comes as Republicans prepare to repeal Obamacare in the coming weeks. However, it is expected that they will delay putting an actual end to the law for 2 to 3 years while they come up with a replacement plan. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
We have a monster show tonight. Now, who knows Metallica? Here we go with the first question. In what year was Metallica inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Kick off the season and find a unique holiday gift at the St. Petersburg Holiday of the Arts. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 3rd annual St. Petersburg Holiday of the Arts. Saturday and Sunday, December 17 and 18th at South Straw Park in St. Petersburg. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful at the St. Pete Holiday of the Arts. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Now, sports.
Our ABC7 Athlete of the Week just achieved a major milestone, and it's only the beginning of her junior season. And as ABC7's Dawn Brennan shows us, she has helped the Bradenton Christian Panthers to an undefeated start.
First and foremost, Sophie Giardina, a junior at Bradenton Christian School, is a scorer. She proved that by eclipsing the 1,000-point mark for her career.
It didn't really feel any different than any other point, honestly, but it was really nice, knowing that I achieved that goal, because I've had that goal since I was in 7th grade, so it was a big accomplishment for me, because I know I have a team that loves me a lot.
In a similar fashion to Michael Jordan, Giardina's game is evolving. She can do it all on the court, but being a cog in the team wheel is what is going to get this team to the next level, and she embraces the group dynamic.
I love my teammates. I love that we're all encouraging to each other, and we're all there for each other, and it's really nice working together and learning to play better together as we keep going on throughout the season.
She's been a good leader on the court. Sometimes I have to slow her down and get her in charge, but she's learning to do that and to play with the other girls on the team. So it's been a true asset for us. She's a blessing for our team.
Sophie transferred from Southeast this year, but she had been at Bradenton Christian prior to high school, so the gelling process has been easier. In fact, this team is out to a 7-0 start this season.
They've played together before when Sophie was here before in 8th grade, so they're familiar with their style. And as the girls all adjust to one another and learn to play well together, some great things have happened. Some great plays have been made, and it's been fun to watch.
Congratulations to Sophie Giardina of Bradenton Christian School. She is our ABC7 Athlete of the Week. And with the Athlete of the Week,
a big honor for one of our previous Athletes of the Week. Venice running back Matt LaRoche was voted as the Class 7A Player of the Year. That's according to balloting by a statewide panel of coaches and prep media representatives. The senior has 7 receptions for 162 yards and 4-point conversions. Now LaRoche is in the running for Mr. Football in Florida, which will be announced next week. Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Jameis Winston and the woman accusing him of sexual assault have reached a deal to end her lawsuit. According to court documents, Winston and his accuser, Erica Kinsman, will file joint motions to dismiss the case within 20 days. Kinsman had alleged Winston assaulted her in 2012. She went public with her accusations in 2015. USF Bulls fans will welcome their new head coach to a special meet and greet tomorrow. The University of South Florida selecting Charlie Strong to be its 4th coach in school history. Strong replaces Manatee High alum Willie Taggart, who left that job to take the top job at the University of Oregon last week. Strong takes over a Bulls program that won 10 games this season. Strong will make his first public appearance at USF tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. This is at an event at the USF Marshall Student Center. It's free and open to the public. A robbery suspect in Florida definitely picked the wrong target. Police say he tried to rob a former pro wrestler, Shad Gaspard, over the weekend in South Florida. Gaspard says the suspect, Jason Felix, asked him to buy a beer, and when Gaspard didn't comply, Felix told him he had a gun in his waistband. Surveillance video that you're looking at here shows Gaspard taking him down and shoving him out of the shop.
I hope he gets the help he needs. I hope, he's okay. And I hope that, he never tries to sound like this again.
I mean, would you try to go after this guy? He is 6'7" and 280 pounds. The suspect is now facing robbery charges. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's lotto numbers straight ahead.
Sarasota Jungle Gardens invites your family to the Holiday Light Spectacular select nights in December. Come enjoy dazzling light displays, live entertainment, and pictures with Santa. Tickets and information available at the door or online at SarasotaJungleGardens.com.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
A poodle butter dish. I'll use this. A chicken purse. It's so artsy. You're really good at giving gifts.
This holiday, give the perfect gift.
Perfect.
Flowers, always the perfect gift. Beneva Flowers and Gifts, exceeding your expectations.
Don't miss Sarasota Jungle Gardens Holiday Light Spectacular select nights in December. There's joyous music, roasting marshmallows, and festive family activities. Tickets and information available at the door or online at SarasotaJungleGardens.com.
Merry Christmas.
The bromance between President Obama and VP Joe Biden is the real deal, at least according to their wives. The first and second ladies spoke about the pair's special bond to People magazine. Michelle Obama says Biden is the big brother that her husband never had. The internet has a field day with all the memes that they make of their imagined conversations. They even have their own hashtag, Brodus.
Brothers of the United States.
Brothers of the United States. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, good smiles too there. You know?
Right. I mean, I think it's nice to see when people work so closely together that they also really like each other and get along.
Right,
you know,
right.
just like us, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not an act. We
Both
really
smiling,
do like each other.
The good news is, too, is smiling because no fog, serious concerns tonight
That's a
driving
good
home,
thing.
so that's good. Tomorrow morning, maybe a little different, but temperatures will stay warm, too, right through the next 7 days.
It's like we can never get out of the 80s.
Yeah.
It's December.
It is.
All right. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow.